When does the medieval period start and when does it end? It starts around the 5th century and ends around the 15th century. However, the exact start date is heavily debated and it very much depends on what country's history you're looking at. For someone who lives in Britain, I always say around 410 because this is when the Romans left Britain. However, a lot of people say 576 AD because this is when the Western Roman Empire fell. In the comments down below, put when you think the medieval period started and when do you think it ends. The medieval period, otherwise known as the Middle Ages, is heavily misunderstood. A lot of people don't think there was much technological development, but there was tons. And the medieval period is often used for a lot of fantasy settings. The end of the medieval period is heavily debated as well. Some say it's in 1453, when the Ottomans took over Constantinople and the Eastern Roman Empire ceased to exist. However, some people say it's in 1492, when Columbus crossed the seas and discovered America. And for me, I start with 1492, and this is a bit hypocritical to my first point, considering I see the start of the Middle Ages in 410. The other date, of course, if you're studying British history, is 1485, and this was the end of the War of the Roses and the Tudor dynasty coming to power. However, I think the start and end dates very much depend on what country you're looking at and what type of history you're looking at as well. I don't think there's one correct answer. I think it has to be within a time frame, of course, but I don't think there's one correct date that says this is definitely the start and this is definitely the end.